Hello everyone. Today we are going to see another question on lead code, and that is arithmetic slices. So as usual, first we'll read the question. A sequence of numbers is called arithmetic if it consists of at least 3 elements and if the difference between any 2 consecutive elements is the same. हम में से बहुत सारे लोगों ने क्लास 10th में arithmetic progressions पढ़ा हुआ है. This is one and the same thing. Let's see an example. In this example, we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. If you observe, 3 minus 1 is also 2, 5 minus 3 is also 2, 7 minus 5 and also 9 minus 7. They all are equal to 2. And that is why we call it an arithmetic sequence. Okay. Similarly, 7, 7, 7, 7. This is also an arithmetic sequence because the difference between every consecutive elements is 0. Okay. So this is basic definition of arithmetic sequence. Now, also we can see some sequences that are not arithmetic, one of them being this one here. 1 minus 1 is 0, 2 minus 1 is 1, so this is not an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so we have to find how many arithmetic sequences can be formed in the through the given input array. So as usual, here also we are given an array in the input and we have to return the number of arithmetic slices that can be formed. Okay, so what we are going to do is very simple. We have a base condition in this case, and that is this. We just have to check ai minus 1 is that equal to ai minus 1 minus a of I minus 2. I am doing nothing but checking the difference between 2 consecutive elements of this array. Okay, so this is my base condition, but how I am going to use this and how I am going to solve this question, that is something of your concern. So for that we'll take an example. We have an input array 5 1 2 3 4 6 and मैं दो वेरिएबल्स डिक्लेयर करने वाला हूँ. एक वेरिएबल है करंट और एक है सम. सम जो रहेगा वो हमारा आंसर होने वाला है. So here I am going to first initialize these two variables current and sum to 0, and then I am going to traverse this array using a for loop. And हर iteration में मैं क्या करने वाला हूँ, I am going to check this condition. If this condition holds true, then I am going to increment current by 1 and I am going to add this result in sum. Why am I doing this? The concept behind this is that if you see this part of this array 1 2 3 4, here you will see two slices. One is 1 2 3, another one is 2 3 4. But also 1 2 3 4 is also a slice, so that is why I'm going to have cumulative sort of frequencies over here, and that is the purpose I'm going to use two variables here, current and sum. Okay, so let's traverse this array and let's see how are the changes being on current and sum. So first element that I see, I'm going to start from I equals to 2. So 2 minus 1 is 1 and 1 minus 5 is minus 4, so this condition doesn't hold true. So if this condition doesn't hold true, then I'm going to set current equals to 0. In this case current is already equals to 0, so no worries. Next, I plus plus. So 3 minus 2 is 1 and 2 minus 1 is 1, so this condition is holding true, and that is why I'm going to increment current by 1, so my current gets equal to 1. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add this current to sum, so my sum also gets equals to 1. Okay, then next iteration 2 3 4. So this condition is again true because 4 minus 3 is 1 and 3 minus 2 is also 1, so this condition is true, and that is why I'm going to increment current by 1, so my current gets equals to 2. And now the value of sum will be equals to 1 plus 2, and that is why the value of sum gets equal to 3. Okay, next when we move ahead, we find 3 4 6 and the base condition is false here. Okay, so the base condition is false, and that is why I make current equals to 0. Okay, so this was all about the approach part. Now let's move on to the code. In the code, as I've discussed in the approach part, I'm first going to initialize these two variables current and sum equals to 0. Then I'm going to use a for loop which will be starting from I equals to 2, and I'm going to have my base condition over here, and I've discussed everything in my approach part, so I don't have much things to say over here, right? So you can see this. If this condition holds true, then I'm going to increment my current variable by 1, and that is going to have the cumulative effect on my code, and then I'm going to add this current to sum. And if this condition doesn't hold true, then I'm going to make current equals to 0. This is just showing that my arithmetic progression just got broke. Okay, So my current variable is showing nothing, but it is just telling us how continuous the arithmetic progression is. And at last I'm going to return sum. Okay, so let's submit this code. Beautiful. So this code is actually working. Thank you.